France, officially French Republic, French France or République Française, country of northwestern Europe. Historically and culturally among the most important nations in the Western world, France has also played a highly significant role in international affairs, with former colonies in every corner of the globe. Bounded by the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, the Alps and the Pyrenees, France has long provided a geographic, economic, and linguistic bridge joining Northern and Southern Europe. It is Europe's most important agricultural producer and one of the world's leading industrial powers. Australia, the smallest continent and one of the largest countries on Earth, lying between the Pacific and Indian Oceans in the Southern Hemisphere. Australia's capital is Canberra, located in the southeast between the larger and more important economic and cultural centres of Sydney and Melbourne. The Australian mainland extends from west to east for nearly 2,500 miles, 4,000 kilometres, and from Cape York Peninsula in the northeast to Wilson's Promontory in the southeast for nearly 2,000 miles, 3,200 kilometres. To the south, Australian jurisdiction extends a further 310 miles, 500 kilometres, to the southern extremity of the island of Tasmania, and in the north it extends to the southern shores of Papua New Guinea. Australia is separated from Indonesia to the northwest by the Timor and Arafura Seas, from Papua New Guinea to the northeast by the Coral Sea and Victoria Strait, from the Coral Sea Islands territory by the Great Barrier Reef, from New Zealand to the southeast by the Tasman Sea, and from Antarctica in the far south by the Indian Ocean. Japan, island country lying off the east coast of Asia. It consists of a great string of islands in a northeast-southwest arc that stretches for approximately 1,500 miles, 2,400 kilometers, through the western North Pacific Ocean. Nearly the entire land area is taken up by the country's four main islands. With internal reforms completed, the Japanese government set itself to achieving equality with the Western powers. This had been one of the major goals since Greece, the southernmost of the countries of the Balkan Peninsula. Geography has greatly influenced the country's development. Mountains historically restricted internal central Greece, modern Greek Stari Elis, region of mainland Greece lying south of the provinces of Epirus, modern Greek, Epirus, and Thessaly, Thessalia, and North Munications, but the sea opened up wider horizons. The total land area of Greece, 1/5 of which is made up of the Greek Italy, country of south-central of Europe, occupying a peninsula that juts deep into the Mediterranean Sea. Italy comprises some of the most varied and scenic landscapes on Earth and is often described as a country shaped like a boot. At its broad top stand the Alps, which are among the world's most rugged mountains. Italy's highest points are along Monte Rosa, which peaks in Switzerland, and along Montana Blanc, which peaks in France. The Western Alps overlook a landscape of alpine lakes and glacier-carved valleys that stretch down to the Po River in the Piedmont. Tuscany, to the south of the Cisalpine region, is perhaps the country's best-known region. From the Central Alps, running down the length of the country, radiates the tall Apennine Range, which widens near Rome to cover nearly the entire width of the Italian peninsula. South of Rome the Apennines narrow and are flanked by two wide coastal plains, one facing the Tyrrhenian Sea and the other the Adriatic Sea. Iceland, island country located in the North Atlantic Ocean. Lying on the constantly active geologic border between North America and Europe, Iceland is a land of vivid contrasts of climate, geography, and culture. Sparkling glaciers, such as Vatna Glacier, Vatnajökull, Europe's largest, lie across its ruggedly beautiful mountain ranges. Abundant hot geysers provide heat for many of the country's homes and buildings and allow for hothouse agriculture year-round, and the offshore Gulf Stream provides a surprisingly mild climate for what is one of the northernmost inhabited places on the planet. Norway, country of northern Europe that occupies the western half of the Scandinavian peninsula. Nearly half of the inhabitants of the country live in the far south, in the region around Oslo, the capital. About 2/3 of Norway is mountainous, and off its much undulated coastline lie, carved by deep glacial fjords, some 50,000 islands. Canada, the second largest country in the world in area, after Russia, occupying roughly the northern 2/5 of the continent of North America. Despite Canada's great size, it is one of the world's most sparsely populated countries. This fact, coupled with the grandeur of the landscape, has Canada Company, organization instrumental in colonizing much of the western part of Upper Canada, now Ontario. Many residents of Upper Canada had incurred losses during Switzerland, federated country of Central of Europe. Switzerland's administrative capital is Bern, while Lausanne serves as its judicial center. Switzerland's small size, its total area is about half that of Scotland, and its modest population give little indication of its international significance. New Zealand, Maui Aotearoa, island country in the South Pacific Ocean, the southwesternmost part of Polynesia. New Zealand is a remote land, one of the last sizable territories suitable for habitation to be populated and settled, and lies more than 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers, southeast of Australia, its nearest neighbor. The country comprises two main islands, the North and the South Island, and a number of small islands, some of them hundreds of miles from the main group. The capital city is Wellington and the largest urban area Auckland, both are located on the North Island. New Zealand administers the South Pacific Island group of Tokelau and claims a section of the Antarctic continent. Niue and the Cook Islands are self-governing states in free association with New Zealand.